Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're dusting off a strange little time capsule from 2006, Shrek Smash and Crash Racing on the PlayStation 2. Nobody asked for this game, yet here it is, wobbling into existence anyway. This game hit the shelves in November 2006. Taurus Games made it and Activision slapped their name on the box. And the timing was obvious. It existed purely to feed off the hype for Shrek the third movie, which was just around the corner in 2007. Classic cash and move. Movie about to drop? Quick, crank out a tie-in game. Sure, games like this sell, but they rarely turn out great. It wasn't just a PS2 deal, they went all in. It popped up on GameCube, PSP, DS, and Game Boy Advance too. Here's a fun bit of trivia. This was the last DreamWorks animation game ever to hit the GameCube. Historic in a technical sense, even if nobody threw a party over it. Now, let's talk scores for a quick reality check. On PS2, the game hovered at a 51% on game rankings. The GameCube version did a bit better at 59%. The DS release was a rough one with 43%. So no illusions here, this isn't some lost classic. Critics saw exactly what was in front of them and yawned. But I'll give the game this. The setup is kind of adorable. The premise? Donkey finds the Fairy Godmother's magic wand. Of course, he's clueless and chaos ensues. Suddenly, random critters and objects morph into racing vehicles. And everyone's racing now because why not? And honestly, the freaky vehicle designs are the best part. Shrek's on a giant swamp beast, Fiona's cruising in a baffling future hover car, Puss in Boots wrangles a bull, Donkey rides a baby dragon, Pinocchio's awkwardly perched on a toy horse, and Gingy zips around in a cupcake. It's ridiculous, and I kind of love it. There are 12 characters total, but 8 are locked at first. Besides the main crew, you get wild cards like Red Riding Hood and the Three Little Pigs, soaring on a flying blanket. The character roster feels like a fever dream, and it's briefly amusing. Now, what about the gameplay? Look, this is pure kart racer territory. You get 12 tracks, the famous Shrek Swamp, Far Far Away, Fairy Godmother's Factory, the usual spots. Races run 3 to 5 laps, and you're never up against more than 5 other racers. Modes are standard fare. Tournament, cup challenge, quick race, time trial, battle, no surprises here. And we can't forget the power-ups. Yeah, if you've played Mario Kart, you know the drill. Item boxes dot the track, you pick them up and unleash stuff like pixie dust, ogre strength, or swamp gas. Every review out there compares this to Mario Kart by paragraph 1, and that's not unfair. It borrows heavily. But I'll throw some credit its way. The melee attack is a nice touch. Any character can just smack whoever's beside them, item or not. It's messy fun, especially if you like a little chaos in your races. Also, powerful items aren't just for players in last place. You might grab a freezing attack even if you're leading. It shakes things up. That said, the wheels fall off pretty quick. The controls feel loose, and not in a fun arcade way. More like, whoops, I smashed into a wall and now I'm eating dust way. The sense of speed is there, but if you crash, good luck getting back in the race. No minimap either, which shouldn't matter, but actually does. These tracks twist every which way, so you can get lost fast. And the AI, they're almost too polite, rarely putting up much of a fight. Once you get used to the controls, there's just no real challenge here. Another weird thing, character stats like speed or handling exist, but the game never tells you what they are. You're left guessing, which feels pretty half-baked. Visually, the PS2 version is fine. It looks like Shrek. The characters are recognizable, the tracks have some fun details, windmills, log swings, drawbridges. Frame rate stays steady, so at least it runs well. But for 2006, it looks exactly like you'd expect from a middle-of-the-road licensed game. Nothing stands out in this game. When we talk about the soundtrack, it's done by Finn Robertson. It fits the game's world. Kind of carnival-y, kind of silly, nothing you'll remember 5 seconds after turning it off, but it works. Let's talk multiplayer, because this is where you'll get the most mileage. Grab 3 buddies and go split screen. That's where it's actually fun for a little while. Kart racing with friends is always better, even with bland tracks and weird controls. Still, multiplayer is limited. The modes are bare bones, and it's not the kind of thing you'll keep coming back to. More like a sleepover time filler than a party staple. If you're playing solo, you'll probably unlock all the characters and call it a day. 4 cups, a handful of mirror modes. For completionists, that'll stretch out your time. Otherwise, you'll see everything in one night. So what's the verdict? Shrek's Smash and Crash Racing isn't a complete mess, but it's not good either. It's the definition of a rushed, by-the-numbers licensed game targeting little kids. The cartoony world and wacky rides are cute for a while, and if you're with friends, you'll get a few laughs. But the loose controls, missing features, and bland AI drag the whole thing down. It stares so hard at Mario Kart that it forgets to have an identity at all. That's 51% score. It's fair. It's not the worst thing you could play on PS2, but nowhere close to the best. It only exists because Shrek was a big deal in 2006 and someone had a deadline. If you're a Shrek superfan, a retro collector, or just want to see Gingy zoom around in a cupcake, sure, find it cheap on eBay and have your laugh. For everyone else, there are better kart racers, and honestly, there are better Shrek games. Like, go play Shrek Super Slam. At least that one embraced its own flavor of weird. That's Shrek's Smash and Crash Racing on PS2. A game that aims straight for good enough and landed somewhere right in the middle. Somehow, that's the most forgettable fate of all. If you like this, hit like, subscribe, and share your own aggressively average games in the comments. The ones that aren't bad enough to rage at, but not good enough to remember. I want to hear your picks. See you in the next one.
Next time, come drop your pal! Hold it! How do you like a taste of me now, chump?